Oh, hello there, and welcome to Waffles Unhinged, the show where it's really about nothing except for me talking and blathering on about absolutely nothing. Today, it's going to be featuring the full Fenris set with, you guessed it, as you watched in the video just now, and of course, as you probably saw in the title, I don't know why I'm going too hard into this, the Skoll Hati. This is a combination that is pretty awesome. It's pretty well regarded, and I'm not that very good at it. That's the way you say it. They're not very good at it. But yeah, this is it's a video that just basically features me talking about random things, not necessarily just going and commentating over what I am showing on the screen. But as you can see, I did take the Skoll Hati with the full Fenris set, and I just tried to have some fun in the Mistlands. This is not a set that I'm very familiar with. I wanted to get more familiar with it because it's a very speedy set, and knives are kind of stealthy, and if you combo speed with stealth, it's usually pretty good. But as you can see, I'm at practically no health. I'm almost dead. I'm having trouble. So I'm not going to exclusively talk about what's happening on the screen. I'm going to blather on about absolutely nothing. But of course, there will always be something if you're talking. It's just garbage. That's exactly what this is. But I kind of want to address why I haven't made a video in quite some time. There's definitely a lot of reasons for it, but the primary one is I've been pretty much sick. I've had quite the cold over the past couple weeks, and my voice has been not that great. I haven't had much energy, and putting forth the energy into making a video that didn't really feel like it was going to sound right in the first place, it just didn't feel right, so I really just didn't do it. And also work plus social life plus other obligations. It's a combination for burnout, and of course I've been feeling burnout. So yeah, 12-hour work weeks, not work weeks, 12-hour work weeks would be fantastic. 12-hour work days plus 60 hours per week at least. Yeah, not so great. But also I did go on a trip between me being sick and me being sick again. I guess it's Sick 2, the Resurgence, the Electric Boogaloo version. Yeah, I was definitely not having a good time. And I went on a trip, and the trip was awesome, but it's like I was still kind of sick. I don't know. It was not the ideal option. It was just a bad combination for me making videos. So I took a little break. And it's okay if I want to play some Baldur's Gate 3 and not just play Valheim and pump out videos at random. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons, but I would like to continue making videos, just slow down the pace, of course, and not be beholden to a specific schedule. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of different things going on in my head, but just thank you very much for being patient. Thank you for understanding, and I appreciate each and every single one of you, except you, Greg. I don't like you. Specifically you, Greg. Yeah, there's no Greg. I don't know why, but yeah, that's the spiel, the whole shtick. Let's talk about random things like these two seekers here just bullying me. I don't know what's going on here. I'm in this little knoll, and oh, okay. Well, they just pushed me. I remember this encounter. They pushed me into this water, and this is the very first time that I have a lot of trouble. And this right here is a very familiar sign. Look at that. Yeah. Don't see that too often anymore. I have been focusing on the Adventures of Waffles because I made a post, a little poll, asking you guys what you wanted to see, and you pretty much just said, shut up and give me more Adventures of Waffles, which, I mean, I kind of expected, but I kind of didn't expect that. I think it's pretty fun. I do enjoy making the Adventures of Waffles, and there definitely will be more, but for the most part, I just, if I stick to doing one thing, I get kind of bored of it, and I don't want to play one game. I don't want to play just one little thing. I like breaking things up. I like doing maybe an episode of The Adventures of Waffles and then an episode of something like this or something else to change up the pace, to make it more fun for me. But if you just want Adventures of Waffles, I will give it to you for a while. So I have been making just the Adventures of Waffles videos for a while, but I want to change it up a little bit. And there will be more, of course. There will be more episodes. I'm not just going to give up on that, but just give me time to make them, because the Adventures of Waffles isn't It's not difficult. It really isn't, but it does take a lot of effort. I have to, play the game, and that's great. I like playing the game, but it's not that big of a challenge, and I have to create, something interesting. So once I've played the game, not a game, that'd be kind of weird if I threw in a weird episode of Baldur's Gate 3 and the Adventures of Waffles. No, that doesn't make sense. But I got to play the game, and I've got to progress a certain amount to make the particular video that I'm looking at interesting. It's got to be something that tells a little bit of a story. It can't just be, okay, let's smelt copper for 45 years. No, that doesn't make sense. We've got to do something interesting, and we've got to actually have some fun and maybe create a little chaos. But, I want it to be genuine. I don't want to just create these chaotic scenarios. No. It's The Adventures of Waffles is a genuine playthrough of me. I don't fake anything. I just try to have some fun and tell a fun story along the way. So, yeah, a little 1-star right here. And by little, I mean pretty big. But I do notice, bad things. Knives 31. Yeah, it's a weird encounter right here. But you can just kind of watch it while I talk about absolutely nothing. Yeah. So I've recorded almost an entire next episode. I believe I'm on 18 now. Jeez. All the way to episode 18 already. And yeah, I've recorded quite a bit of it. There's nothing too particularly fancy about this next episode. So I might, death right there. Gods are merciful. I might have to do some re-recording. I don't know. There's a couple clips that I didn't really get that I should have definitely got. I don't like just recording everything. I like, saving some hard drive space because I don't have all the hard drive space in the world. So I just do kind of clips, but I haven't learned from my mistakes in the past, but it's okay. There is an episode on the way. I don't know when it's going to come out, but yeah, I will also mention that, like I said earlier, my sickness has kind of come back. I don't know. It's made a resurgence, made a comeback. Weird words. I don't know words. Yeah. So I had sickness. Wow, I am not able to talk, but let me just explain why. Basically, I had like a cold-like symptoms where it was just sore throat, and it kind of subsided mostly for about a, 3 or 4 day period. Perfect timing for me to go on my trip, by the way. And I came back from my trip, and suddenly I have this crazy head cold where my sinuses are just squeezing in my head. And yeah, I almost called in sick from work yesterday because it was just not a good time. It is, I would say, probably 70% better today, which is fantastic. Actually, last night while I was in bed, I sneezed 3 times in a row, and right after that, I felt relief. I've never experienced immediate relief like that, but yeah, another death right there. Good symbol, the whole butthole symbol. Yeah, I don't know. I feel quite a bit better. I'm hoping this doesn't come back, but I still do feel a little bit of sinus pressure right above my right nostril. It's not a great space. Why am I talking about this too much? I don't know. Yeah, that's what this whole thing is about. It's Waffles Unhinged. It's about me blathering on about absolutely nothing. But yeah, this is great. This is a good encounter right here after I came back, grabbed my stuff after dying a horrible death, and I needed to just kind of go crazy. So I was like, all right, fight mode, engaged. We're just going to go berserk on this. We raged, we reckless, and we're going for it. So yeah, this is not the intended use of the Skoll Hati, but at this point, I just felt like I needed to just mash the button to attack. And we're okay, even though we didn't get the hat on. The cowl, whatever you want to call it. The top. Yeah. But I needed to remind myself right here that I actually didn't completely suck at this game, so this encounter right here is significantly better. I was able to space out those encounters, dodge, block, and do what I need to do. So yeah, that was a fantastic little final encounter in the Mistlands, but I wasn't done. As you see right here, I am in the arena, which I have not showed. I haven't featured the arena in quite some time. I use dev commands to pause the game so I can get this beautiful cinematic twirl around this 1-star seeker right here. And then let's do the fight. And yeah, I like how the Skoll Hati can actually block nicely with, of course, full endgame food. 1 stamina, 2 health. Yeah, it does almost completely max out the bar, but a 1-star seeker is not a big deal. So let's try a 2-star Seeker. Let's do this. I didn't see one naturally in the wild, so I do it again, and I get a nice cinematic twirl around, and the fight is on. And yeah, this is going to have to be just an absolutely squirrely battle, because I know the Skoll Hati does not possess the ability to properly block like it did on the 1-star or regular Seekers. So this is going to be a battle where I kind of just be as squirrely as possible. I got to roll, I got to dodge, and just get little hits in here and there. But that's okay. That is the best method, because I feel like if I do get hit, I might be able to tank one hit, but it's a 2-star Seeker. It's a big red boy, and I feel like if I do get hit, it's going to take me down quite a bit. So I guess that's kind of a spoiler alert. I do a really good job at dodging, even though I feel like I should have missed some of those like that one. But no, I actually do a really good job dodging this one. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, mainly because I am not fighting multiple enemies at once. If I'm just fighting one thing, not too big of a deal. So I come out victorious. Everything's lovely. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Sorry I haven't been making videos. Thank you all for being patient, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.